What's going on? What's up to the people of Where Hafiz? This is part 2 of Everything in School with the beautiful, strong, magnificent woman, Karimah, who is also my daughter's mother. We're going to get back into it. So my next question, just to jump right into it.
Yes.
What was your support system through all of this?
Well, my support system probably came more so from my mother and your mother. They held it down for me when I was younger. I was able to still kind of have a life, a break, and nightlife. Was able to go out with my friends, go out and have fun. They held it down, but time went on. Then they got older.
Yeah.
Hanaya's got more busier.
Yeah.
So it got a little more harder for them to be able to do. So, and when your child has autism, not everybody fully understands.
Yeah.
So, I could take her over to someone's house and they'll be like, well, why is she touching that? She can't touch this. Keep her away from that. I can't deal with all that. That gives me a headache. So, I try to avoid going anywhere to anyone's house who, that don't understand, or if I don't feel like being on top of her 24/7. If I can't sit back and relax, then I don't just be bothered with it. So I just stay in the house. I don't want to keep getting up every 2 seconds, telling her no, stop, this, that, third. Having a child with autism is like having OCD, but you don't really have OCD. So
what do you mean?
It's you constantly doing something behind you. You had to constantly keep picking up behind them, redirecting them over and over and over and over again all day long.
Yes.
So it's like as if you have an OCD problem, you got to keep picking it up, they put it back down. You got to pick it back up, they put it back down. So it that would drive me crazy. I would clean up, and then the next thing I turn around, it's back to the way it was. So I'm just like, let me go in the bathroom and sit for a second.
Yeah, gather your thoughts.
Gather my thoughts and then take a breather. But then I end up moving away. So then that put distance between me and you.
Yeah.
We were young, like I said, at the time. So we didn't fully understand the significance of everything and the severity of it all.
Yeah, we did.
So it was moments where I felt like I wanted you to help me, but I felt like you were in it was partying and the women and stuff.
I had to grow up.
You had to grow up, definitely.
We had to grow.
We had to grow. So then when not a lot of people know, when I was pregnant with Hanaya, my father died. So,
that too.
Yeah, that was a lot. And then my last support system that I did have was my mother.
Your mother.
She passed away. So it has left me. And to be honest, even if you do have a lot of people helping you, you still feel alone. I noticed that. You can still feel alone. Even if you have a big support system, you still feel alone because you feel like this is something you have to deal with.
Yeah,
they can help, but then they can leave.
Yeah.
So when you home and that midnight hour hit, and all them thoughts start coming in, and reality hits you, and it's like, damn, this is really my life.
Yeah, and then I'll be looking at you like, you not on no drugs, you don't even drink or nothing, and I'm like, yo, how does she do this? And that's another thing, for people that's into drugs and they run into stuff. This woman is a lot stronger than you as a man, because she's dealing with this soberly every day. So have you ever gotten to a breaking point?
Yes. I had my moment after my mom passed away, where I felt like, how was I going to do this now? Because it wasn't that she supported me as far as getting Hanaya, keeping her, because her condition, she was unable to do that. But talking to me every day, hearing me vent, hearing me complain, even if it was the same thing over and over again.
At least she was there.
She was there listening to me, telling me it's going to be all right, giving me advice what to do, stuff like that. Once that was gone, it was like every man for himself. You know what I mean? Yeah. I ain't had that no more, so I had to kind of find my way and find my I'm still trying to find my coping skills.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to find ways to cope with it. Because I could sit here and say all day I got it, but I have to find that coping, that one, like, to cope with it. Because I'm still coping.
You're still coping.
I'm still coping with everything. So with that, you know, I did feel like I wasn't going to be able to make it through sometimes. Like, I got really depressed at times, you know, and sad, you know, so like, you know, I felt like, you know, like it was going to never end.
Yeah.
And I felt like, you know, like stuck.
You be needing them breaks.
Yes,
like
definitely.
Last weekend, that was good, like, for you to get that break.
Yes.
Like, so you could just go and do what you want to do
you
at
just
some point.
You gotta regroup.
Like, and I'm like, yo,
I just need to regroup sometimes.
Just go ahead and regroup.
Let me just regroup for a second so I can just start over, so I can start this again next week.
Like, that's my plan. I was just telling one of my sisters, I'm like, I gotta do something for Karimah, like put her on a vacation or something and just let her go. Cause I swear you deserve it. Like, you deserve it. You deserve everything, man. You're just such a good person, and I'm not just saying that for the camera. You are such a good person.
Absolutely.
What would be something that you would tell to the young you? Like, if you had somebody right now watching this that's 21, 22, going through the same thing that you went through, what would you tell them?
Like, my advice to, you know, to anyone that maybe, you know, unfortunately have like special needs children at a young age, don't let it overwhelm you. Take it one day at a time. Learn your child. Learn what they don't like. Learn what they you know, what they like, what they don't like, what ticks them off, what not. Because once you get that, then you're able to handle them throughout the day. And that's with any child, whether they have special needs or not. Learn your child. Secondly, have some type of discipline, because if they don't have a routine, they will run all over you, and it will be hell for you, and you'll be like even more stressed out than you ever was.
A good structure,
definitely, a very good structure. You know, so I that's what I do. Like, I have like structure with both my children, even though they get, you know, get me overwhelmed. I have structure with them, which makes it a lot easier for me to deal with throughout the day.
Yeah.
You know, because without it, if I was to just let it consume me, I would be no good.
Like, just you staying, I'm gonna let you keep going. Like, just you staying sane says so much about a woman. Like, just you staying sane and be able to be sane. Like, that's not the only thing. Like, Hanaya, Kazim, and then you lost brother Kareem, and then you lost sister Daia, and then your brother was gone for 20 years. Like, this woman, I swear, is the strongest person. Not even just one. She's the strongest person I know. Like, honestly, the strongest person I've ever even looked at. Like, this woman she's different. She is different. But go ahead. What would you tell?
You know, and find out, like, when you start seeing signs, you know, don't be in denial. That's one thing. A lot of people get in denial, and it'll prolong it, and then it'll make it a little harder for you to, like, you know, to accept it and try to get help and stuff like that. So once you start seeing different signs, you know, it's about acceptance too. Not only you could get out of denial, but you have to accept it. You have to accept what's there. Accept what's written for you. Accept that this is your life.
Reality.
This is reality. Accept that this is your child. Accept that this is what the way your life is going to go from here until God decides, or if he decides to change it, because nothing's beyond his will at all. You know, if he wanted to go and make Hanaya speak fluent French, he can.
Yeah, tomorrow,
yes, if he wanted to. So, you know, like, just keep pushing. And, like, you know, don't give up, you know, and most importantly, find that connection with your child, and try to grieve as much as you can. Like, let it out. You know what I mean? Don't hold it in, because there's days where, you know, it's gonna be like you're gonna be like, yo, like, when is this gonna end?
Yeah.
You know, like, because it's you're human. We're all human, and we're made weak.
Yeah.
So, you know, like, you know, and I try to, like, look at the positive of everything. Like, at least I have my kid. There's some people that lost their children.
Yeah.
They don't even have their kids no more. You know what I'm saying? I still have mine.
That's a good way to look at it.
Whether they talk or not, I still have them. They healthy.
Yes.
They're not in a wheelchair. They're not contorted. They don't have feeding tubes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They don't need medical, you know what I mean?
Everything
attention.
could be worse.
Yes.
Is what she's saying.
1,000
everything
times
could
worse.
Be worse. So
everything.
You have to be grateful.
My kids could walk and they could go to sleep and they could feed themselves and they could go to the bathroom. They could get dressed on their own. So I'm grateful for that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not in a wheelchair bound and nothing like that. And it's people that have children that are.
Yeah.
And then that they have to deal with. And
that's a great way to look at it.
Yes, definitely. So besides the not talking part in the having to keep doing things over and over again, and then, like, that part is the selfish part of me, because I want to be able to communicate with my daughter. I would love to know what she's thinking. You know what I'm saying? But she's who she is, and she's who she's going to be.
Yes.
You know what I mean? She's came out exactly the way she's supposed to be.
There you go. Dang.
And that's what it is.
What do you have any, like, closing statements for the people? It's your show. I'm just let you talk. I don't want you to beat me up or nothing. So I'm over here like, I hope she don't punch me in the head or something. This was a very scary interview right here. This was a scary one, but you know what I mean? But any closing statements that you have about anything?
Yeah. Try, and we all been there. I've been there too. I'm not even gonna lie. We go through a lot of hard things in life. Life is not easy, but we all know that. You know, we at the age now where we losing people, we suffering, we financial situations, children. We got people that's making babies and not being there for them. Stuff like that. Friendships is failing, and people's being, you know, deceiving and misleading and you know, being ungrateful and stuff like that. So scary is very scary. You know, you don't even know who's who anymore.
You don't.
So, you know, with that, like I say, with, like, try to stay away from substance, because we tend to lean on that a lot to get us through. And we think, because if we go from not popping pills to just drinking, we're still using something to get through. We're still putting substance in our bodies to get through whatever we're trying to get through.
Yeah.
And I'm speaking for myself first and foremost, because we all been there.
Yeah.
I remember sitting in a bar on a Sunday after my father died. I didn't know what else to do. You know what I mean? I didn't have that grieving time when I was pregnant.
Yeah.
With Hanai, so it all hit me.
Both of us. That was a rough time.
So, you know, we all had our moments, but, you know, try to be sober. Go to God, for real. That's the best thing I think to tell you. Go to God and stay positive, and try not to look at what's going wrong all the time, and just look at what's right.
Yes. Because
there'd be a lot of things that's right that we overlook because we focusing on everything that's going wrong.
Yeah. Be grateful.
Gotta be grateful.
Be grateful.
Gotta be grateful.
Everything is cool. This episode was very powerful. Karimah, I really appreciate it. Like, I'm over here looking at you. I'm about to get emotional. Like, you something else, man. I really was let me just go. But that was beautiful. Yes. Subscribe to my channel, Aware Hafiz. Do you want to say, like, your IG? Yeah, it's Rima _84 Instagram. Follow her on Instagram. Hit her up if you need somebody to talk to. Advice, DM me, talk to me. You know, about anything, I'm here. I got you. She got you, man. Just like she got me. She always got me. This is my best friend, man. Yeah, definitely. We've been doing this a long time. Long time, right? Aware Hafiz. Be safe. Stay well. Pray for the lost souls. You gotta give me a hug off that one. Right? I really appreciate it.